Here are the 6 best supplements to build muscle as fast as possible. These will support the 4 stages of muscle growth: energy, recovery, nutrition, and testosterone. I'm not going to overcomplicate things in this video because I've been that skinny guy who didn't know anything before. I've been unhappy with my physique and I've been sold supplements that either didn't do anything or didn't have the muscle growth effects that I was really desiring. So for the last couple of years I've been doing intensive research on the best supplements for muscle growth, and I've been reaping the rewards too. So let's get started out with creatine. Every day we're seeing more and more research papers and studies backing the positive physical and also now mental benefits of creatine monohydrate. Creatine gives your muscles more of its primary energy source, which is ATP. This makes your muscles work for longer, which means more reps, and makes them stronger, therefore you'll be able to lift more weight. But this supplement needs to be taken in powdered form, and you need to take it 5 grams a day. Certain influencers will say that you need to creatine load, which basically means you need to take 20 grams of it for 5 days to fully fill up your creatine stores in your muscles. Now, this is one way that you can do it, but I've done this before, the 20 grams for 5 days, and to be honest, it may work, but every single time I've done that, I haven't continued taking creatine afterwards. Now, I think this is just for me, but it may also be for you, just that it's just something that at the end of it, I just don't want to look at another scoop of creatine ever again. I've been taking it recently in my protein shakes, just only using 5 grams, and after maybe 2 weeks I've started to really feel the effects, as opposed to 5 days and having like digestion issues and stuff like that. So take creatine and you'll see results within a couple weeks. BCAAs are a scam. They don't work nearly as well as you've been told they do. There are 20 amino acid strains. Some we get from our diet and some we don't. Some are called non-essential because we can make it from really anything. And then we have essential amino acids, which are the kinds that we really have to start ingesting. So usually this will be through supplements or something of the like. Now, BCAAs are 3 of these types of amino acids. And these 3 are the ones that contribute to muscle growth. That is true. But these 3 can only be efficiently synthesized if you have all 20 of the amino acids. If you just use 3, you're not really going to be able to feel the effects of those 3. So what I suggest and what I take and have been taking for a while is a full spectrum amino acid blend. So this includes the 3 amino acids that also contribute to muscle growth, but it also has all of the rest of the amino acids that you may need. Now, the added benefit to this is you will get those 3 muscle building branch chain amino acids, but you also get other amino acids that have additional benefits. For example, you have L-arginine. Now, L-arginine is not a BCAA, but L-arginine also helps during workouts because it opens up your veins, meaning you can get more blood flow. Or L-tryptophan, which also helps us create melatonin, which also helps us recover and rest and get bigger muscles through sleep. So now we have the energy supplement in our creatine and we have the recovery in our amino acids. Let's now talk about zinc for a natural testosterone boost. First, why is testosterone important for muscle growth? Well, to skip the rigmarole around testosterone, it's the main force behind your body wanting to put on more muscle. It indicated to your testosterone receptors that you need to grow more muscle in the need to either compete for a mate, let's say, if we're going back to caveman times, or to be able to hunt better, or to be able to transport something somewhere, or to be able to help someone get beneath something or over something. Testosterone also contributes to you doing better in competitions. Now, your competition may actually be powerlifting, for example, and this has been observed not only in people who actually do the competition, but also people who watch it. And the amount of testosterone you get is actually variable on the result of whatever game that you're watching. For example, if you win, you will have higher testosterone after you win than someone who has lost. They will have slightly lower testosterone. Testosterone also makes it so when your body is metabolizing calories, it will primarily turn it into muscle than fat. It also emphasizes the making of testosterone over estrogen, which again is what's behind your body choosing to make more muscle instead of fat. Another supplement that has been making huge splashes in the testosterone supplement space, but I just don't fully believe yet, is Shilajit. Shilajit is currently being used for testosterone boosts, as well as sexual health boosts, and athletic performance and stuff like that. And there is a growing amount of research studies and papers that are growing in support of these effects. But a lot of these studies are, let's say, less ideal. For example, I saw this study which was claiming it had great effects on the amount of energy that your muscles can use. But then I scrolled down to the bottom of the study and I figured out who funded it. and the person who funded it was the person who had the main patent to one of the Shilajit products. Now, while I can understand why a company would do this, I do think it is slightly immoral, especially considering the people who are getting paid to do these kinds of experiments will be incentivized to say that it does in fact do what it does, or at least what the brand wants them to say. So in this video, I'm not really going to be talking about a lot of ones that are more speculative. Instead, I'm going to be talking about ones that we already know works. And this includes caffeine. Very simple and popular. Caffeine helps you lift longer, helps you recover while in the gym, helps you retain more energy, therefore meaning that you can push harder, therefore meaning you can do more reps, therefore meaning you can up the intensity, which essentially means more muscle growth. Although caffeine needs to be approached with respect, as this is a direct stimulus that should not be relied on for working out, as you can become easily addicted to it. And what's more, if you become reliant on it for working out, it will actually decrease your overall enjoyment in the gym, because if you don't have caffeine, maybe you lose an extra rep. And that starts to feel bad, especially over the long term, as you're getting more and more advanced in your progress. So keep caffeine for the big lifts, the important days, or the days where you just need a bit of an energy boost. So you've had your caffeine-fueled intense workout that has effectively damaged your muscles and stimulated your muscles, and now the real growth takes place, which is in recovery. Magnesium biglycinate. Magnesium helps you get a deeper sleep during the night, which will enhance the growth effects that take place during your sleep, ultimately meaning the growth of your muscles will be enhanced due to better rest and recovery. As addition to that, what a lot of people don't know is magnesium is actually really important for the genuine function of your muscles. Magnesium is actively used in the contraction of your muscles, so that is doing the bicep curl, for example. This is not contracted, this is contracted. Magnesium plays a part in that. And I have chosen magnesium glycinate in this video because it essentially means that the magnesium is bound to an amino acid called glycine, which also helps your muscles relax and wind down into the sleep. So magnesium biglycinate is kind of a double whammy of extra recovery, extra rest, and extra muscle growth. The last section I'm yet to speak on is digestion and nutrition. Influencers might want to push you a green powder or some meal replacement drink, but the truth is these products will always pale in comparison to whole foods from your diet. I can assure you there's not one big person in the gym who completely attributes their gains to Huel or AG1. But when you're bulking up with whole foods and smoothies, your digestion system may need some support, as it will be working overtime until it gets used to the amount of protein and calories that you're intaking, which can take a long time. And even then, supporting digestion and the absorption of proteins is always going to be a good thing. So the final supplement that I'm recommending in this video is digestive enzymes. It essentially helps you break down the food that you're intaking. It essentially helps you absorb the protein and then actually transfer that into muscles, and it's just generally a good wellness supplement. And wellness needs to be remembered when we're talking about muscle growth. If you want to know what to eat in order to bulk up, watch this video.